Hello everyone, this is Rajamanikam and Animuthu from QPT. MIT spinout DataCebo helps companies bolster their datasets by creating synthetic data that mimic the real thing. Generative AI is getting plenty of attention for its ability to create text and images. But those media represent only a fraction of the data that proliferate in our society today. Data are generated every time a patient goes through a medical system, a storm impacts a flight, or a person interacts with a software application. Using generative AI to create realistic synthetic data around those scenarios can help organizations more effectively treat patients, reroute planes, or improve software platforms, especially in scenarios where real-world data are limited or sensitive. For the last 3 years, the MIT spinout DataCebo has offered a generative software system called the Synthetic Data Vault to help organizations create synthetic data to do things like test software applications and train machine learning models. The Synthetic Data Vault or SDV has been downloaded more than 1 million times, with more than 10,000 data scientists using the open source library for generating synthetic tabular data. The founders believe the company's success is due to SDV's ability to revolutionize software testing. In 2016, the research group in the Data2AI lab unveiled a suite of open source generative AI tools to help organizations create synthetic data that matched the statistical properties of real data. Companies can use synthetic data instead of sensitive information in programs while still preserving the statistical relationships between data points. Companies can also use synthetic data to run new software through simulations to see how it performs before releasing it to the public. The research group came across the problem because it was working with companies that wanted to share their data for research. In 2020, the researchers founded DataCebo to build more SDV features for larger organizations. Since then, the use cases have been as impressive as they have been varied. With DataCebo's new flight simulator, for instance, airlines can plan for rare weather events in a way that would be impossible using only historic data. In another application, SDV uses synthesized medical records to predict health outcomes for patients with cystic fibrosis. A team from Norway recently used SDV to create synthetic student data to evaluate whether various admission policies were meritocratic and free from bias. In 2021, the data science platform Google hosted a competition for data scientists that used SDV to create synthetic data sets to avoid using proprietary data. Roughly 30,000 data scientists participated, building solutions and predicting outcomes based on the company's realistic data. And as DataCebo has grown, it has stayed true to its MIT roots. All of the company's current employees are MIT alumni. Although their open source tools are being used for a variety of use cases, the company is focused on growing its traction in software testing. Traditionally, developers manually write scripts to create synthetic data. With generative models created using SDV, we can learn from a sample of data collected and then sample a large volume of synthetic data which has the same properties as real data, or create specific scenarios and edge cases and use the data to test our application. For example, if a bank wanted to test a program designed to reject transfers from accounts with no money in them, it would have to simulate many accounts simultaneously transacting. Doing that with data created manually would take a lot of time. With DataCebo's generative models, customers can create any edge case they want to test. Founder believes DataCebo is advancing the field of what it calls synthetic enterprise data, or data generated from user behavior on large companies' software applications. DataCebo also recently released features to improve SDV's usefulness, including tools to assess the realism of the generated data called the ST Metrics library, as well as a way to compare models' performances called SDGem. As companies in every industry rush to adopt AI and other data science tools, DataCebo is ultimately helping them to do so in a way that is more transparent and responsible. Thanks for watching this video. Now you can get my ebooks with a huge discount at www.rajamanikam.com by using the discount code QPT. Contact me if you are interested to earn a 50% commission for selling my ebooks. Thanks.